What's your definition in turning the tables in your life?
Well, like I said, I was a sick child. I was born with a deadly disease. I spent my first 7 months in Mount Sinai Hospital. I was born in Brooklyn, Caledonia Hospital, but I was too big. I was a normal baby size, so the incubators weren't fitting me. So they rushed me to Mount Sinai, where they couldn't figure out why I wasn't having the breast or the bottle. They said he's not eating and he's turning colors. So they rushed me to Mount Sinai, and I had every needle. I mean, I've ripped up pictures that I don't even want to ever show anybody. I had needles in my feet, I had needles in my arms, my forehead had needles, and they were just trying to test different medications. I'd been through like so many convulsions and so many different things in my life, and then the last would have been, the big thing would have been the tube feeding, when they said we're going to put a tube down his nose. And I remember being in the hospital for a week, and I couldn't wait to go home. And I was like, because they'd make you go for a week, and you go in and they do IV like 3 days out of the week, and I don't like needles. Needles are not my no.
I don't like needles either.
You could keep your needles. I used to run naked across Mount Sinai Hospital all around just so they would have to grab me with a towel because I don't want needles. And they said, we're going to keep him here. We want to try some. I remember on a Thursday, they told my mother, and I was like, I'm not going home. I'm going to go home. I want to get back to life. I want to go back to school. I was a bad student. I couldn't give two shits. I wanted to get out of there. And got there, and they turned around, and they said, tried on a Friday. Came in with a tray, and tray was full of tubes and stuff. And I was like, what's this? I'm like, are we building something here? What the f*** are you building? What are we rolling? Sausage? Are we pumping? And like, no, we're going to put this down your nose and you're going to wear this. And I'm like, what? Are you crazy? So he put it in.
And how old were you then?
I was about 10 years old.
Oh, wow.
He put it in, and I pulled it right out. He pulled another one in, and I ripped out, and I slapped the doctor with it. So the doctor tells my mom, you better call your husband because we're going to have problems over here. Called my mom, called my dad. My doctor goes, doctor, if you don't want it, let him die. Doctor said, I'll give you 2 choices, Mr. Bosco. Tube in his nose or a hole in his stomach. I'll put him in the OR right now. And I'm not the kind to go, okay, no problem. Kind of had to have that tube and save my life.
Wow.
That was probably one of the biggest turning point and getting into show business.